Who is the best candidate for the upcoming elections, Joe Biden or Donald Trump? This question of power is one that has been reverberating across coffee shops, dinner tables and social media platforms. Today, we take a closer look at these two formidable contenders, their political trajectories and their current standing in the political arena. Joe Biden, a seasoned politician with a career spanning over 4 decades, has held several significant roles, including that of the vice president under the Obama administration. Known for his pragmatic approach to policymaking and his commitment to unity, Biden has positioned himself as an experienced, steady hand at the helm. On the other side of the spectrum, we have Donald Trump, a business tycoon turned politician. His term as the 45th President of the United States was marked by unconventional approaches and contentious policies. Trump, with his penchant for disruption and his promise to make America great again, offers a stark contrast to Biden's style of governance. These two political heavyweights offer distinct visions for America's future. The upcoming elections will not just determine who will occupy the White House, but also the direction the nation takes in the coming years. The stakes are high, and the impact of this decision will resonate far beyond the borders of the United States. But making an informed decision requires more than just looking at the candidates' political careers. It necessitates a deep dive into their campaign paths, the promises they've made, the policies they espouse, and the kind of leadership they propose. As we navigate through this political maze, remember that each vote is a voice. It's a statement about the kind of nation we want to build, the values we hold dear, and the future we envision for ourselves and our children. So let's not just ask who the best candidate is. Let's ask what kind of America we want to see and which candidate can help us achieve that vision. Now let's delve into the campaign paths of these two political titans. Joe Biden, a veteran in politics, has had a remarkable campaign path. His journey began with his announcement to run for the presidency, a decision that did not come as a surprise to many given his extensive political experience. Biden's campaign promises were an integral part of his journey. He pledged to build a stronger, more inclusive America. His promises ranged from reviving the middle class, increasing minimum wage to $15, to tackling climate change and making considerable investments in clean energy. He also committed to improving the healthcare system, making it more affordable and accessible for all Americans. In his journey, there were turning points that shaped his campaign. One such moment was his choice of Kamala Harris as his running mate, marking the first time a woman of African and Asian descent was on a major party's presidential ticket. This decision was seen as a nod to diversity and inclusion, resonating with a large section of the American populace. Another key event was the first presidential debate. Despite the heated exchanges, Biden maintained his composure, presenting his vision for America with clarity and conviction. His performance was widely applauded, giving his campaign a significant boost. Biden's campaign path has also been marked by a series of high-profile endorsements. These endorsements, from former presidents to influential celebrities, have added weight to his campaign, bolstering his credibility and appeal. His journey wasn't without obstacles, though. He faced criticism and scrutiny, but he addressed these with transparency, turning them into opportunities for dialogue and understanding. As we stand today, Biden's campaign path is a testament to his resilience, his commitment to his promises, and his vision for a better America. It's a journey marked by highs and lows, victories and challenges. But through it all, Biden has remained steadfast, focused on his goal to serve the American people. That's Joe Biden's journey so far, but what about the other side of the coin? Donald Trump, a businessman turned politician, also presents a compelling campaign path. Let's take a step back to the year 2015. The real estate mogul Donald Trump announced his presidential bid with the campaign slogan, "Make America Great Again." His promise? To build a wall on the US-Mexico border, repeal Obamacare, and boost the American economy. Trump's campaign was marked by his forthright and often controversial rhetoric, which both attracted fervent supporters and sparked intense criticism. As the campaign progressed, Trump's rallies became well known for their energy and spectacle, mirroring his larger-than-life personality. His use of social media, particularly Twitter, was a game-changer, allowing him to communicate directly with the American people, bypassing traditional media outlets. Fast forward to the year 2016, Trump's election victory was considered one of the biggest political upsets in American history. Despite trailing in the polls, he clinched the presidency, proving his appeal to a significant portion of the American electorate. Trump's tenure as president was marked by significant events such as the tax cuts of 2017, the meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in 2018, and the impeachment proceedings of 2019 and 2020. Despite these challenges, Trump maintained a strong and loyal base of supporters. In the current campaign, Trump continues to emphasize his America First policies, focusing on economic recovery, post-COVID-19, immigration control, and law and order. His campaign has been characterized by high-energy rallies despite the ongoing pandemic, reflecting his commitment to connecting with his supporters in person. In the roller coaster ride that is Trump's political journey, one thing has remained consistent: his ability to keep the spotlight on him. His style may be unconventional and his policies divisive, but there's no denying the impact he's had on American politics. With both campaign paths laid out, how do they stack against each other? Now that we have seen both campaign paths, it's time to draw some comparisons. To begin with, let's navigate through the campaign paths of Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Both have distinctive styles, each with its unique strengths and weaknesses. Biden's campaign is marked by a steady, measured approach. His focus on unity and healing has resonated with many who seek stability in these turbulent times. His extensive political experience also equips him with an intricate understanding of the system, potentially enabling effective governance. However, critics point out that Biden's moderate stance may not incite the drastic changes necessary to tackle pressing issues like climate change and social inequality. In contrast, Trump's campaign is characterized by its high energy and bold assertions. His promise to keep America first has appealed to a significant audience who values national interest above all. His background as a business tycoon gives him a unique perspective on economic matters, which some believe could boost the nation's economy. Nevertheless, his confrontational style and divisive rhetoric have been criticized for exacerbating societal tensions. As for their potential impact on the nation, both candidates present a different vision. Biden's focus on unity and reconciliation could potentially bridge the divide among various factions within the country. On the other hand, Trump's emphasis on American sovereignty and economic prosperity could bolster nationalism and economic growth. The key differentiating factor between the two campaign paths lies in their approach. Biden's campaign is more about restoration, about bringing the country back to a sense of normalcy. Trump's campaign, however, is about disruption, about breaking away from traditional political norms to carve a new path. One cannot definitively say which approach is better. It depends largely on the individual's perspective and the nation's needs at a given time. What's important is that each candidate offers a different path forward, providing the electorate with a choice. With the comparison done, let's move on to the final evaluation. It all comes down to this: who is the best candidate for the upcoming elections? Let's take a step back and consider what we've discussed so far. On one hand, we have Joe Biden, a seasoned politician with decades of experience under his belt. His campaign path has been characterized by a commitment to unity, a pledge to restore the soul of the nation, and a promise to bring back decency and empathy to the White House. His potential as a leader is rooted in his ability to foster collaboration, his understanding of international relations, and his dedication to social justice and climate change. On the other side, we have Donald Trump, a businessman turned politician, who defied traditional political norms to become the 45th President of the United States. His campaign path has been marked by a focus on economic growth, a tough stance on immigration, and an unorthodox approach to diplomacy. His potential as a leader lies in his ability to shake up the status quo, his commitment to American jobs, and his promise to put America first. But what does this mean for the nation? It's not a simple question to answer. Each candidate brings a distinct approach to the table. Biden's leadership could mean a return to international cooperation and a more inclusive America, but it could also mean more regulation and potentially higher taxes. Trump's leadership could mean more economic growth and less government intervention, but it could also mean a more divided America and strained international relations. In the final analysis, the best candidate depends on what you value most. Is it unity or individuality? Is it tradition or disruption? Is it diplomacy or decisiveness? Each candidate offers a different vision for America, a different path forward. In the end, the choice is yours.